guys, welcome back to the channel. Miss Crochet and Coffee here, and today this video is for my little colorist folks that are following me on my coloring adventure. I found a new marker and it has been blowing my mind, okay? So what are these new markers that have been blowing my mind? Now I have a bigger set coming, but you can buy these individually, almost not individually, but you can buy them in a set. So I actually have 4 of the sets here, and if you've never seen these before, they're called Chameleon markers. So I have some blues and purples and greens, some nude colors, I have pastel tones and blue tones, and I have one out because I want to show you what these markers can do. So I was in a live with Jennifer Stay, and she was using these markers and showing how they work, and it was blowing my mind because I've never seen anything like it before ever. So I was like, okay, I have to get me a couple of sets of these. I want to try them out. And so I've had these for a couple of days now, but I was waiting for that part of this to come in, and I'll show you what that is in a minute. So the Chameleon markers come just like this. They say Chameleon color changing marker. You heard right. Color changing marker. Oh my God. Okay, so now each marker comes with 2 sides. You have a nib tip, and this is Aquamarine, so it comes with the nib tip. It also comes with the brush tip, and the brush tip all right, so they write pretty good, right? They'd obviously be ideal for coloring, but they're color changing. So let's see what color changing means. So first things first, you pick a side. Now, I like using the brush tip, and like I said, I've had these for a couple of days, so I've been playing around with them. And essentially, you put, sorry, I guess you might want to see what I'm doing. You put the chamber. Now, there's a chamber on the back where and it tells you which side is which. So it says the brush tip, and then you have your nib tip. And then you have your color changing little tube here. This tube has liquid in it that essentially, you'll see. Let me show you. So you're gonna hold it on there, put it right side up, and as you can see, it says Aquamarine. So now we're gonna show you what this marker can do. So you leave it on there for about 10 to 15, it gives you like a time frame. You can do it for like 5 seconds to like 35 seconds. So what does it do? Keep your eye on the paper. It's a blending marker. Want to see that again? All right, so I'm going to put the chamber on. Make sure it's right side up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And before I take it off there, I give it a few more seconds. As you can see, it's in there kissing, which is what they call it in the coloring world, I guess. When the blender part touches the nib tip inside of the chamber there, and then you use it to color. Isn't that the coolest freaking thing you've ever seen? Oh my God. When I seen Miss Stay using these, I was like, dude, I have to get me some of these. So that is the Aquamarine. Let's try another color, shall we? We're gonna try this rand up. It does come with a pamphlet that just flew out at me. And all the markers have their own individual chambers for the color change. So it does give you like the time frames and everything and how to make it work. Now, some of them come with the paper, some of them didn't. So I'm not sure why some did and some didn't, but that was the Aquamarine. So let's go for this deep violet. So we're gonna use, let's use the brush or the nib tip. So we're gonna use the nib tips. We're gonna pull, and it has a cap on it. So this little cap goes on the inside here, and it covers up that nib tip so it doesn't dry out. Please always remember to put those caps on those markers when you're not using them. So we're gonna put it in there like this. Again, you can see it touches. And we're gonna count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'm gonna take that off, put that, and what I usually do is, because if I'm using the nib tip, which is the top that has that part on it, I'll just stick that back on there while I'm not using it. We're gonna write the name of it here. So that's Deep Violet. Now, let's use the brush tip part. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you also want to remember to keep it upright whenever you're using it. Thank you, Becky's Madness for Diamond Painting, for being smarter than me and realizing that when I was first testing them out. So we're gonna use the brush tip to see how this goes. And I'm just doing small strokes back and forth. Look at that. Isn't that cool? All right. And like I said, these sets were like 20 bucks a piece or something like that. See, we're gonna go for Purple Grape. We're gonna use the nib tip to write the name. So, Purple Grape. And I'm writing the name so that you can see what color I'm using and the color change part of it. And usually I like to do a good 10 seconds only because it seems to give you a decent kind of gradient, which is what it's doing. It's going from clear, which is simply absolutely nothing. It's going from clear to the dark color of that actual color. So we're gonna go ahead and try this one. So Purple Grape. And again, I'm just going light strokes back and forth. Now, I'm pretty sure some of you have probably seen this before. I personally have never seen this marker before. So when I seen this, I was like, oh, good gravy, yes, I have to try these. And once I'm done showing you these, I will show you what that is. So, we're going to use the nib tip. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that off. I'm just going to go back and forth, back and forth. Look at that. And that's Purple Grape. And then we had our Deep Violet. Now, depending on your brush strokes, you might get those little wavy lines, like the textured lines in it. But as you can see with the Aquamarine, there aren't any of those lines in that. So, that's what these markers can do. We're going to zoom you out just a little bit more here. Now, these are called color toppers. Now these color toppers, they don't come connected like this. You actually buy them separately. These range anywhere between 9 to 12 bucks a piece. I got all of them. Why? Because I have the bigger set coming, like I said, and I wanted all of them. So, we're gonna test this out. So what you can do is, instead of using the blender that comes on top to make it go from white to whatever color that is, which is like the aquamarine here, you can use these color blenders or these color toppers to change gradients from whatever color you put on top to whatever color you're using for the pen. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna try this out. We're gonna try it out. We can try it out on the same paper. All right, so let's actually put this set away, kind of so you can get an idea of the range of these pens. So we're gonna put this set away. Let's pull out the blue tones. So I'm gonna get my Sharpie. So Chameleon blue tones. All right, so the first blue tone we're gonna do is turquoise. Nope, I need the nib tip. So turquoise. Now, it might get a little tedious having to sit and wait for it to, you know, infuse with the other color, but it's still a really cool effect. And for those who have trouble blending, it could also help you with that. All right, so we have turquoise. And then we have indigo. If you haven't guessed, this is probably going to be a longer video. Alright, so we got our brush tip. Let's fuse it. Fuse! And again, you can see it fusing there in the chamber. And actually, if you look really close, which I'm not sure if you can see it on camera or not, if you look really close, you can actually see the color of the nib tip changing. You can see that liquid from the top chamber and the blending solution that's in there infusing with the tip of whatever side of the marker you're putting it on, so that when it comes out, it looks a little bit lighter than it was. So the only issue I would see is it might take you a little bit longer to color a picture doing it this way versus trying to blend. But no, I personally don't believe any other gradient is gonna beat that. Like there's no way to beat that. Like the smooth transition from one color to a next. Now take it, please do keep in mind, I am a newbie. So corn, flower, blue. And if you couldn't guess, all I'm doing now is essentially swatching them. So again, we're gonna 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, as you can see, the tip of that marker is a little bit lighter. So then what we're gonna do is we're gonna color. And the consistency of it might be off. Like you might not get the same type of gradient for as long. We'll test that out here in a few seconds. It just depends on your brush strokes. Like if your brush strokes are a little bit bigger, then you might get more gradient, or you might not get as much gradient as if you use smaller brush strokes. So then this next one is baby blue. And it's already a really, really light color. Like you can barely see that. I'm trying to push you up so you can actually see it. So this is baby blue. Put it in that chamber there. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, you can see the color change on that. All right. Problem is this one is so light. It's already going to be hard to see this one. All right, so there's baby blue. And you can see it on camera how it gradients to that next color. And then the last one is called Lagoon. So Lagoon looks more of like a greenish color, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're just gonna color. And I'm trying to do a decent size like swatch here so you can see the color change. Now, when I get the bigger set in, I'll probably try to show you guys that within the next week or so. But when I get the bigger set in, I'll show you the colors that come with that one and everything, and we'll go through that one. So those are the 5 colors that come in the blue tones. So we're going to use the blue tones to test out the color tones. So because they're blue tones, let's test these out, because I want to see, we're going to go indigo first. We're going to do a light color, and then we're going to do a dark, that's a P, dark color. So indigo, if you know, one second, coffee. Indigo, as you already know, is a dark color, okay? It's already a dark color. So what I want to do is like a yellow color. So let me see. Warm sunset or yellow yellow. We're gonna go yellow yellow. How about that? So these have toppers on them like this, and you just pull them off, ta-da! And they, like I said, they connect. But let's see if I can pull it apart here. They're actually on there really tight, but they come in a set like this. This is how these come, okay? So you can connect them like monkeys in a barrel. Like, remember that game, Barrel of Monkeys? So you can connect them on the side right there so that they are like this. Easier to store so you don't lose a set. So let's try it. Let's go do yellow, yellow, and we're gonna do the indigo. So again, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It might help if I took the cap off. All right, I forgot about that. Now, because the color toppers here are just color toppers, they're gonna have their own top on them. So you're gonna wanna take that top off. Don't pull a Miss Coffee. All right, let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so top back on it. This is the light color, so we're going from yellow to indigo. There's our yellow. It's going into like a green. And there is our indigo. Look at that. You're like, I could if you'd like show me. All right, so as you can see, I used the, sorry, wrong side. The yellow. Oh, that says mellow yellow. So I used the mellow yellow, and I also used the indigo. So these two together got this. And you can see how it gradients from this mellow yellow down into this green, and then the green fades into this beautiful indigo blue. Get you right up in there. Isn't that awesome? Now, that was our light color. Let's try a dark color. So, actually, you know what? We can try burgundy. How about that? So we have burgundy, and we're gonna try burgundy and indigo. They're two dark colors. How would dark and dark react? So, first things first, pull the cap off the back of this one. And then we're gonna pull the brush tip out. And again, you're gonna make them kiss. Hold it right side up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. It looks like a magic wand, doesn't it? Now it is super long, so finding a case might be cumbersome. Like, it might be a little bit of a pain in the butt, but me personally, I really like these markers. So let's see. We went burgundy. We're just gonna go from burgundy to we're supposed to go from burgundy to indigo. There's that burgundy. It's starting to get darker. It almost looks black. All right, sorry about that. It's the camera. It's the camera. Either way, so let's look. Because I think as it cut off, I was showing the burgundy going from burgundy into purple, nice, like dark, deep purple into the indigo color. That is amazing. So we're gonna try out some more. So we're gonna try out this random assortment of colors here. And on each pack, it'll tell you which ones belong in the pack. And it tells you also that you get 5 chameleon pins, a brush tip and a nib tip. This one also came with a piece of paper in the back. Some of them have the paper in the front, some have the paper in the back. All right, so what colors do we have here? We have blue violet, sky blue, purple grape, aquamarine, and deep violet. So let's swatch them, shall we? So deep violet, and don't worry, they don't leak. So if you happen to not have that tip to put on it and you just put it down, it's not gonna leak all over your table. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's our deep violet color. The next color is going to be purple grape. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's our purple grape color. Then we're gonna go for this Aquamarine. I think I just spelled that wrong. Yeah, I did. The 10 seconds. And again, hold it right side up like this because that fluid that's in here needs a chance to drain down onto the tip of this marker to make it change color. And you will see it in the chamber changing colors. Do you see how it changes colors? And then we're just going to color with it. There's our Aquamarine. Then we're going to go for our Sky Blue. And I've learned just from watching, not watching, but from playing around with them, the consistency of time that you put and leave the chamber on seems to be pretty consistent with what you get. And lifting your hand up doesn't matter because of course that ink is in the pen, not, you know, whatever. So there's our Sky Blue. And don't worry, we'll swatch all of them. And then look at that pretty blue. Blue violet. And I do use the nib tip, but my favorite is this brush tip. It just colors so smooth. And I actually got this little notebook here from Walmart. It's a mixed media sketch pad. So yeah, so about 3 seconds, 2, 1, boop. Right back into our blue violet. Alright, so we're going to zoom you in so you can see that. Scoot this down a little bit. So there you have it. We got our deep violet, our purple grape, our aquamarine, our sky blue, and our blue violet. So what I like to do is I take the darkest one, which is probably going to be our deep violet color, and we are going to test it out. So trying to figure out what happened to my Sharpie that I was using. I'm always losing stuff. Alright, can't find the Sharpie. I'll write it on there later. So, I could have sworn I just had it. Hang on a second, let me look for it for like 30 seconds. I don't think it fell off the table. That just did. Alright. So again, we'll look for it later. Alright, so we're gonna take our deep violet. We're gonna take our deep violet and we're gonna do a pink because that's a dark purple. So we're gonna take, and again, they come separately because you only get 5 chambers to each set. So we're going to take this set and the top just comes off just like that, and we're going to get the darkest purple or pink that's in there, which is fuchsia. And again, we're going to go from light to dark. So matter of fact, yeah, so let's pick a light color. Light color, let's go, what color goes good with purple? Let's do let's do a dusty rose. So the dusty rose is going to be our light color, and then the other one is going to be our dark color. It's really bothering me that I lost my Sharpie. Just remember, folks, nothing's lost until you start looking for it. I need something to write the color on the paper. Alright, so we'll just use the actual marker itself. So we'll go dark to light. And these, I believe, are alcohol based. So we're going to go the dark colors first. So again, we have the deep violet, and we're going to go fuchsia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're going to get you all up in the business so you can see. And we're going to go here for the dark. Look at that pink. And it's changing. It's changing. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? All right. So that was our pink fuchsia color, which was this one here. So now we're going to go dusty rose. So we're going to pull the cap off. And I'm just going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'm going to pop that off there. Color cap back on. Dusty rose going into purple. All right. So there we have it. Dark going into darker and light going into dark. That actually transitioned really good. So let's try another color. We're going to try a light color. So let's go baby blue. Or sky blue. I'm sorry. It's sky blue. So we're going to go sky blue. We're going to put these two away. Let's go a mauve. A mauve color, I want to say it's like a purplish color maybe. And again, we're just going to write dark to light. And sky blue is already a light color. So actually, you know what? We're going to try a different color scheme. Blue. I think greens go with blue. So let's go evergreen and green apple. So we're going to do the dark color first, which is evergreen, with the sky blue. How will this turn out? And just like any other marker, you want to store these on their side so that the liquid can, you know, do its thing. And you get the 10 seconds here. It's really cool actually watching it in the chamber. You can watch it change colors, and then when you pull it out, look at that. Isn't that awesome? All right, so let's go dark to light. There's that evergreen. It's lightening up now. Into our I want to call it baby blue. It's sky blue. So let's zoom you in so you can see that. There you have it. So you have the dark green here, and it slowly transitions back into the baby blue. So let's try the green apple. So with the green apple, we're gonna put this one away since we were done using that one. Let's actually try another color. Let's try, no, because we were using 2 colors for the other one. We'll do it for the next one. We'll do it for the next one. All right. So green apple. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pop that off. Put the cap back on it. Put it off to the side here. And let's see what we got. And even with being colorblind, I can see the transitioning very well. Of course, things look a little bit different to me than they do to you guys, but I've done tons of research, which is why it usually takes me longer to show you guys new markers and stuff, because I have to go and do research and like memorize stuff so that I'm not telling you guys the wrong colors. So yeah, so there we have it. We have our green apple into our light blue. And then we have our evergreen into our, evergreen into sky blue, green apple. Look how smooth that transition is from green apple, well, if it would focus. From green apple, like right here, how it just blends so nicely back into that light sky blue. All right, so. Zoom you back out. Little coffee. So yes, these can be found on Amazon. I'm pretty sure you can probably go to the Chameleon site as well and get them, but I got my set from Amazon, or my sets. And they come in a little case like that. So the next we're gonna do are these pastels. Which pastels usually say light, soft colors. So, we're gonna do pastels at the top there. This one is Bisque. B-I-S-Q-U-E. And as you can see, it's like a beigeish color, or peachy, kind of like a peachy color. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now the reason why I just switched that is because I was using the nib tip. The brush tip shows better for camera purposes. So there's our bisque. We'll get these out the way since we don't need those anymore. The next color we're going to do is Fawn. So we're going to get that chamber. 1, 2, 3. And you want to start counting the moment those tips touch. Not essentially when, you know, you're getting ready to put it on there. You want to, as soon as they touch is when you want to do your countdown. So there's our Fawn. And again, you want to make sure those caps are all on really nice and tight. The next one we're going for is Cool Gray. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, one thing I did notice is sometimes it pushes down your tip. So your tip can look a little wonky. I'm pretty sure the tips are replaceable. I do know that the ink is also refillable, and I think you would just go over to their site and order whatever replacements you would need. The next one we're doing is Warm Sunset. Isn't that a pretty color? So Warm Sunset. I'm gonna flip it over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we're just gonna all right. And then the last one here is Bubblegum Pink. This one's Maggie's favorite. Maggie loves the Bubblegum Pink. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then transition back into that bubblegum pink. All right, so then we're going to take our darkest color, which is going to be the Warm Sunset. Now, let's do some funky looking colors here. Now, these colors do seem to match. Some of them seem to match the color sets, because this one has this color topper set here. Hold on a second. There we go. This color topper here, there's sky blue, deep violet, aquamarine, deep violet. Hold up, sky blue, blue violet, deep violet, aquamarine, and purple grape. So, some of them I guess do match. Not all of them though. Actually, they do. Okay, so that should tell you there should be 5 sets and I have 4. That's right, because there was one set that I didn't get because I'm like, there's no point in me getting it since I'm getting the full set of the 52 anyways. All right, so sorry about that. Hope it didn't mix you up. So we're going to take our darkest color and we're going to take a light color, which is sky blue. And then we're going to take a dark color, which is blue violet. And we're going to fuse them together and make something beautiful. All right, so we're going to write dark, and then we're going to write light. So we're going to take our dark color, which is deep blue violet, and our 10 seconds, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Remember, we're going back to Warm Sunset. So we're at a greenish color now, like a honey mustard color. back into our warm sunset. All right. I almost put that back on there. So we're going to put the cap on it. And now we're going to do sky blue. Sky blue. Take the cap off. Put it on there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So let's see how this works. Surprisingly, really good. We got into our green. This will be great for a sunset. Back into our warm sunset. You guys, this is just blowing my mind. And I'm gonna move you guys so you can actually see this. Or I'll move the paper. No, no, where are you going? Look at the gradients on those. That is freaking awesome. All right, so last set, and then I will let you guys go. If you guys would like to go check these out, I will link each and every set that I have here down below. Now, you don't have to be all super extra like me and go get all of them. Say you just want to do the skin tones, which is what I'm going to show you next. You know, that's fine. You can get what you want to get. You don't ever have to go run out and get what I got. I just like showing you guys all the things. So, where did I get that from? I think I got that from Creativity by Gidge. She says all the things. And I watch her videos all the time, and now I say all the things. Alright. So, skin tones. Now, a lot of people struggle with skin tone, okay? Skin tone, for me, is one of the hardest freaking things on the planet to get down. So, when I saw, this one was actually the first one I put in the cart when I seen it. So, skin tones. So, we're gonna go burnt umber. And if nothing else, you guys will know by the end of this video how to count to 10 and how to count backwards from 10 and all things about number 10. All right, so we have our burnt umber. Then we're gonna go with caramel. Caramel. Almost spelled that wrong. Jeez, it has been a day, folks. Oh, nope. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, you'll see that nib change color. But no need to worry, because the moment you start using them, all that color is then gone. Next thing we're going to use is light peach. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we have our light peach. And then we have sand. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it's funny because the tip of that now looks orange. So we have our sand color. And then the last one we have, nude. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. So there you have it. Those are the skin tone colors in this set. I think they actually look really good. Now, let's test the light and dark series. So, we are gonna go for the darkest color, which is burnt umber. And then we're gonna go for, say, let's do this. No, we're gonna go with this set. Hold on. We're gonna do these two colors. Vermilion and red coral. No, I don't wanna do red coral. We're gonna do tangerine. So, let's test this out, shall we? So we have our burnt umber. We're gonna use our nib tip side. We're gonna do dark, light. Don't mind the bad handwriting. Don't judge me and my life choices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Half this video is just me counting. So this is the vermilion. And then we got the tangerine. All right. And then we're going to test one more color with this. So we're going to put this away. Because I do have the skin tone color toppers for this as well. So I would like to see how the two skin tone colors would blend. So I'm actually going to do caramel. And we're going to do nude and burnt umber. But this essentially just gives you a rundown of how these markers work. They are really, really cool. It would be a little tedious to have to continue whenever you want to do a color change to, this is what I'm doing now is the nude and the caramel. Or I'm sorry, that's sand and caramel. It would be a little tedious to have to continuously put that capper on to make it gradient. I can't say for sure if, you know, you would get the same consistency each time. I don't believe you would. But for those that, you know, have trouble blending, this might be another option for you. So now we have the caramel and the burnt umber. So caramel and burnt umber. And the other one was sand and caramel. I don't know what I said, but that's what color that was. So there's our burnt umber. Back down into our caramel. All right. So those are my new markers, and we're gonna zoom in so you can see the gradients on those. So we have the vermilion and the burnt umber and the caramel. The caramel, or was that caramel? I believe that was, no, that wasn't caramel. What color was that? Tangerine and burnt umber, sand and caramel. So you can see the different color variations there. If I can get that stuff out of the light for you. So now what we're gonna do really quick before I let you go, because you know, that video wasn't long enough. We're gonna try to test this out. We're gonna try to color like a flower or something with them. Like, I really wanna see how they color in an actual coloring book. So, I have my Jade Summers mandala, flower mandala book. I've been using my gel pens in here and my color pencils. And I'm gonna need to get this underneath there. All right. So I don't need my skin tones for this. I want to do a purple and a pink. So let's find that deep violet color. And then we're going to get that fuchsia color. Where did the fuchsia color go? Oh, hey, I have more over there. So we're going to do the fuchsia color. So first things first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to turn this around like this because I want to start at the top. And I'm just going to go back and forth. And you kind of got to work quick, especially if you want it to gradient. Because you don't want to use up all the ink in there. So, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you're going to want to work a little quicker so that you can see that gradient. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there you have there. So we're gonna try a different color topper here. We're gonna do a dusty rose. And we'll do a warm sunset. How about that? So pink and yellow. So. And I'm just going to color one of the sides of the flower here. And of course, if you want it to gradient longer, then you just hold it on there longer. You can hold it on there. They usually say hold it on there. The longest is 35 seconds. So you can hold it on as long as you need to. But you're going to want to remember how long you held it on there, because you're going to want to do the same thing, especially if you're doing side by side like this one. So you're hearing me get quiet here while I'm fusing the colors. So then let's do an aquamarine. Let's do an aquamarine and say a light green. So we're gonna get the cap off this one. We're gonna do, let's do dark sage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're just gonna do this leaf right here. But I want it to be a little bit more visible, so we're going to go with green apple for the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to go light up here. Hold on. 1, 2. Oh, that's why they're not touching. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now you want them to touch, so you want to make sure you don't damage those tips. Because if you damage the tips, then they can't touch. Let's try that one again. 1, 2, 3. Because I don't know if you can see it, but they're just barely touching in there. And it's because when you, sometimes depending on how low down that tip is, it'll push down on the brush tip. So then you can't get the full range of color that you want. So yeah. Go from the top here. We're gonna do small circles. How about that? For those of you wondering, will it always have the little streaks in it? No, not if you do small circles. And then if you want to come back up and outline. So yeah, so we're just testing out colors again, seeing how it colors in a coloring book. So yeah, kind of like this. I wish it would have been the same on both sides, but again, I'm not gonna say it's completely unpredictable, but it is a little unpredictable. So you just have to watch whenever you're using them for, you know, whatever it is that you decide to use them for. If, you know, you gotta watch your time and know how long you kept the chambers on there so that you can try to get at least the closest you can to the same gradient on each picture. You will see me, of course, working with these, you know, from now on. And again, when the bigger set gets here, I will show you guys the bigger set because it's a lot cooler and it actually comes with a really, really cool case. So yeah, so that is it for me, folks. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and would like to see more randomness just like this, please feel free to hit that subscribe button and the bell. And that's it for me. I'm going to bid you adieu, but not before reminding you to always try to be kind, be courteous, be cool. Bye, guys.